Mother, I can't take it anymore. What in the world is going on? Nina? I thought you were on your way home from your part-time job. What's wrong? Is anything the matter? Yep. Mother, I told you that Dad might be cheating on you, right? I overheard him talking on the phone with another woman the other night. And sometimes I see him smiling on the phone for no good reason. It's probably why he always misses the final train and stays over at a colleague's house as well. I can't take this anymore. Why don't we just confront him and put an end to this? Oh. So that's what you were talking about when you said, I can't take it anymore. I know it's difficult, Nina, but we can't make a move until we have concrete proof. Otherwise, we'd be putting ourselves at a disadvantage. I hired a detective agency to investigate it for me, so we just need to be a little more patient. If it's evidence we need, Mother, then I already have it. I know who this other woman he's seeing is as well. She used to be a classmate of Carmen and Rosa. What? Luca's dating someone the same age as his daughters? How disgusting! How did you find out about this, Nina? I know, right? It makes me feel sick. Her name is Alina, and I just saw her and Dad heading to a love hotel with their hands held together. I saw them while I was on my way to the station from work. That girl Alina is no good, Mother. I see. That must have been hard for you to see. So I guess it is true that he's been cheating on me. A part of me refused to believe it, but now that I know the truth, I've lost all love for your father. Yes, I almost threw up. You see, apparently this Alina is into older men or something. All the men she goes out with are apparently around her father's age. Carmen and Rosa told me that she's been doing this since she was 16. And even got one man arrested for dating a minor. Everyone at school used to avoid her, apparently. She's in the same grade as Carmen and Rosa, right? Which means that she just graduated high school this April and is 18 years old. I guess she's barely legal then. Yep, that's right. According to her, the reason she dates older men is because my father never loved me, so I need the love of a fatherly figure. My guess is that she's just going after older men's money, though. She disgusts me so much. What a creep! I have no intention of judging people based on their personal preferences, but I see, so she's that kind of bitch. Anyways, at least we know for sure now. I know you're probably not going to feel well for a while, but just come home safely tonight, all right? Your dad is probably not going to be home tonight anyways, so no need to worry about seeing him. Yep. We'll get through this together, Mom. Thank you, Nina. I wouldn't know what I would do without you three. But we need to be careful about how we tell Carmen and Rosa about this. It seems they already know that Dad is cheating on me, but if they found out that this other woman was their own former classmate... I understand, Mother. It's important how and when we're going to tell them about this. Mother? What is it, Nina? Sorry, I just told you about this so suddenly. I was in so much of a shock. I should have been more thoughtful. It's all right. It's not your fault your father is a piece of shit. You're probably just as hurt by this as I am. Thanks for worrying about me. Anyways, the report from the investigation agency I hired will soon come. They even introduced a lawyer for me. I'll make sure to take care of things as fast as possible. After that, the four of us will live together as a proper family again. Without your father. All right. Tell me if there's anything you want me to do, okay? Thanks, Nina.
Hello, Reva. I think we need to get divorced.
What? What is it, Luca? You haven't come home in 3 weeks, and suddenly this is what you have to say to me?
You already noticed it, right? You already noticed that there's another girl I was meant for.
Yeah. I noticed how you kept smiling at your smartphone like a creep, all right? So this girl that you were meant for, her name is Albina, right? And she's the same age as Carmen and Rosa. 18, isn't she?
And how'd you know who I'm dating? Did Carmen and Rosa find out about us and tell you or something?
No, Nina saw you two entering a love hotel while holding hands while she was on her way home from work. And even if she had never told me, I would have found out anyways. I mean, the family is on the verge of collapse. I can't just stand by and not do anything. By the way, you disgust both me and your daughters.
What? I disgust you? Don't take this so personally, Reva. Jeez. It's just that I found someone I want to be with more than you. But that doesn't mean that you weren't a decent wife up until now. No hard feelings, okay?
Wow, I never knew you were so magnanimous. But I don't think your daughters are going to feel the same way, even if I were to forgive you, which I'm not. And yes, you disgust us. To think that you would put your hands on a girl that's the same age as your daughters? And a girl that they know as well.
It can't be helped. As soon as we saw one another, we knew we were meant for each other. Albina is just so much more attractive than you are, Reva. And she's going to be at the peak of her femininity for quite a while longer, unlike you. I know it's not your fault and it's only the natural order of things, but you just get older day by day, getting less attractive.
I see. And what's your point? Why have you contacted me in the first place?
I wanted to tell you that Albina is going to give birth to my child, so I'll give you custody of our daughters.
Huh? You got Albina pregnant? Jesus, Luca, you're 48 and she's 18, right? Don't you feel a bit disgusted about yourself?
I told you already, we were meant for each other. We're not going to let age, which is just a number after all, get in our way. She got pregnant because we had decided that we needed a reason for you and me to get divorced. So we decided to make a baby.
You disgust me, Luca. I don't know why I ever married a man like you.
What did you say to me? But I just said that there were no hard feelings and you're a decent wife up until now.
Shut up. Who do you think you are, anyways? I make almost all of the money in this house, not you. You have no right to look down on me and call me a decent wife. Oh, and couldn't you impregnate Albina after you two got married? It's like your head is full of flowers and you've got no plans for the future.
Shut up! I always hated how you were like this.
Anyways, you're going to give me custody of our daughters?
Yep. I'm not going to tell Albina to become the mother of 3 girls her own age. Don't worry, I'll pay for child support. Oh, and, this house is going to be me and Albina's house once we get divorced, so you and your daughters need to leave by then.
Hey, Luca. But all our daughters are already older than 15. Nina is 19, and the twins, Carmen and Rosa, are 18. All 3 of them have the right to decide who gets parental custody of them on their own.
Yeah, but doesn't the mother usually get custody of the children?
Yeah, but I asked them and they said that they would be coming with you. I tried to convince them, but they insisted that they wanted to go with you instead.
Huh? Why in the world would they want to do that?
I don't know. Ask them and you'll find out. But it means that I'm the only one who's going to be leaving this house.
What? Why would they want to go with me instead of you?
Who knows? I'm saddened by their decision to go with you instead of me, but there's nothing I can do about it since they're already all past 15. It can't be helped if they choose you, their father.
But what about the child support?
Oh, don't worry, I'll pay for the child support every month, but I'm still going to make you pay an alimony, all right?
Hold on, this isn't what I was planning. I already told Albina that this house was going to belong to the two of us. She's going to be furious if she finds out that she's going to have to live with my daughters, who are her age nonetheless.
Sorry, but you two are going to have to figure something out on your own. You're currently living with Albina in her apartment, right? That's why you haven't come home these past 3 weeks. You even stopped bothering making excuses for yourself.
There was no point trying to hide it anymore from you since I knew you'd already found out about us. But how did you know that I was living in Albina's new apartment?
Like I already said, I noticed that you were cheating on me, so I hired a detective agency to do some investigation and gather proof. I also already hired a lawyer, so there's no way you're going to get out of this.
You were doing all that behind my back. Why didn't you tell me?
Look who's talking, mister. I cheat with my daughter's classmate. You have no right lecturing people about doing stuff behind their backs. Anyways, get ready for what's coming because I am not going to go easy on you.
Damn it! Wait, what do you mean by that? Aren't you just gonna make me pay an alimony or something? Reva! Come back here!
Hello, Mother. Did you finish moving already? Hi, Nina. Yes, I'm currently at my new place and I'm about to unpack my stuff. Sorry I wasn't able to help you. I was kind of busy with stuff I needed to do at school. It's fine. I'm only going to be living here temporarily anyways. I rented a monthly mansion that came with furniture, so all I need to do is to open the cardboard boxes and put them away somewhere. It'll be over in an instant. I see. Looks like you planned this out. So how are things over there? I bet your father's acting all nervous around you three. Yep, he has. We've been mostly ignoring each other, but he gets really awkward whenever he needs to tell us something. The three of us try to not talk to him as much as possible and answer only in short sentences when we have to talk to him. Anyways, Albina moved in this morning, but she was extremely surprised to see us when we greeted her at the front door. The three of us thought it would be fun to pretend like we were thrilled to have her there and even called her Mother. You should have seen her face. That sounds amusing. It looks like your dad didn't tell her that he would be taking custody of you three. Looks like it. I heard her shouting in the living room at Dad as soon as she left the boxes she brought with her in her room. Saying, "This isn't what we talked about. I thought that this house was supposed to belong to the two of us." My, but it's their first day as a married couple. I think this is going to be an unhappy marriage. How are Carmen and Rosa, by the way? Oh, don't worry about Carmen and Rosa. They're all right. They seem to be into this plan a lot more than I expected them to be. And have even been talking about what tricks they're going to play on Dad and Albina on their own. Apparently they're planning on asking Dad for an allowance in front of Albina. Because they know she's greedy for money and will probably be pissed when she sees him spending money on anyone other than her. I see. Glad to see they're doing well, I guess. But tell them not to do anything dangerous, all right? Albina's pregnant, so if you go too far, it will only be disadvantageous for us, you see. Yep. I'll make sure to tell them. Mother! There's something you need to hear about. What's the matter? I think Albina being pregnant was a lie. What? How do you know that? You see, the three of us have been making sure to make as little contact as possible with Dad and Albina. Albina must have thought that we weren't watching her because of this, but we saw her drinking alcohol and eating sashimi. She even wears high heels and a miniskirt whenever she goes out of the house. I see. She must have lied to your father about being pregnant so he would divorce me, but she didn't actually want to have a baby. And not just that. If she was actually pregnant, then it should be visibly noticeable by now. But she always wears these tight clothes, and it's obvious that she's not pregnant. It doesn't seem like she goes to the clinic for checkups either. Is that so? Well, we don't have any actual proof yet, so I don't intend on doing anything strange. I thought about telling Dad about my suspicions. What do you think? Instead of telling it to him directly, why not pretend to have a conversation with your sisters so that he overhears it? But I already divorced him, so I don't really have a say in things. I guess that's true. Okay, I'm going to talk to Carmen and Rosa and decide what to do. Don't do anything too rash, all right? Yep, we'll make sure to be careful.
Riva! There's something I want to talk to you about. It's something about Albina, you see?
Well, well, look who we have here. Long time no see, Luca. Is it all right if you contact me like this? We already got divorced, you know.
Why are you talking to me like that?
Because you're a stranger to me now.
But didn't the two of us spend the last 25 years together? I know we started to slowly drift apart, but you were always important to me.
Don't lie to me. If I was important to you, you would have never cheated on me in the first place. But enough of that. There's no use arguing over the past. Is there something you want?
Yeah, you see, Albina left the house and left divorce papers on the table.
Oh my. How unfortunate.
You see, I accidentally overheard our daughters talking about stuff you can't do when pregnant, and...
I see. Nina is currently studying to become a nursery teacher, so I guess it's natural for them to be talking about stuff like that.
You see, Albina was doing all the stuff you can't do when pregnant, that Nina mentioned. Now that she mentioned it, I realized that Albina's stomach wasn't getting any larger, when she should already be a few months pregnant. And so I decided to ask Albina about it, and all she did was sigh and say, so the gig's up. And that's when she left and gave me those divorce papers.
I see. And why exactly are you telling me this? What do you want me to do? Convince her to come back or something?
What? Well, I thought that...
The only reason I haven't blocked you is because you currently have custody of our daughters. But make no mistake, because we already got divorced and you're just a stranger to me now. I don't want to hear these complaints of yours. Hire a therapist to talk or something.
These aren't complaints, I'm asking you for advice.
Same thing. I'm a stranger to you now, so don't ask me for advice.
Please, I'm begging you, what in the world am I going to do now?
I don't know. I'm actually very busy with work, so I need to go soon.
Please, just help me or something.
Oh, that reminds me. Pay the alimony on time, all right? It's almost the deadline, and you haven't paid it yet.
What?
I haven't received one from Albina as well. You told me that you didn't have the money at hand, so I was kind enough to delay the deadline once, but I'm not going to do so again. Don't tell me you're not going to be able to pay it, are you?
No, I can pay, it's just that...
Goodbye. Hi, Mother. We just left the house earlier. The people from the moving service are going to be there around 1 p.m. tomorrow, all right? Yep. Everything's ready here. I had your rooms prepared for your arrival already. Yep. But still, it's so impressive you were able to rent a 4 LTK room for our new house. You're the best mom. Yep, thanks. It's a bit more rural compared to our old house, but it's not that inconvenient over here. You're going to have to take a different route to your universities now as well, but the time it takes to get there is about the same, so that's okay, right? Yep, that sounds all right. We're just lucky this room was up for rent in the first place. So this was the reason, huh? What are you talking about, Nina? It's about Albina, who left the house and gave Dad the divorce papers. Apparently, she thought that Dad had a lot of money. And she lied about being pregnant so she could get him to marry her. Oh, is that so? Yep, she probably found out that we were rich when she saw our house. But what she didn't know was that in our case, Dad isn't the one who makes most of the money. It's you. She probably thought you were just a housewife, but in reality, you're an artist that makes 10 times as much money as Dad. Albina asked me about our family's income situation when we moved in. And I told her all about it. She suddenly got in a bad mood and started being cold to everyone after that. Right after that, Dad confronted her about not actually being pregnant, so she left. I see. So that's what was going on. Okay, I need to change trains at this station. I'll contact you again when I get to the nearest station to our new house. Yep, take care.
Riva! Our daughter's left me! Now that Albina was gone, those 3 were the only ones I had left. Why did they leave me? Why did everything end up like this? Please, tell me, Riva. Tell me where I went wrong. I know. We could just get married again and pretend it's never happened, huh? We could go back to our old lives, just the 5 of us. I promise never to cheat on you again, so please. Riva! I've got nothing left!
And so, Luca was made to live the rest of his life on his own. He didn't have the money to spend as he pleased like he used to. And not only that, but all his savings went away because he had to pay me the alimony and the child support for our daughters. Apparently rumors started spreading around his office how he put his hands on his daughters and their classmates. And so now he's never going to get a promotion. The rumors were a bit exaggerated, but what he did was still disgusting, so I don't feel bad for him in the slightest. He now lives a simple life, barely staying out of poverty. On the other hand, it seems that Albina also had a rough time after that. Apparently, she had expected Luca to be rich and so spent money extravagantly while she was with him, buying expensive bags and the like. She had even gone into debt, expecting Luca to pay it for her. But now that she had no one to rely on, not even her parents since they already cut ties with her, she had no choice but to support herself doing shady jobs on the street. Apparently, she was seen going into a love hotel with an elderly man again. She just never learns, I guess.